Nowadays, there are very few people who inspire me. Oh, there are many, but this guy is a guy who in school we always ask, so what are you doing next? Which certificate are you working on next? And he has been able to do so many. I'm even shy when I'm with him because I know the man is doing another one. I'm not yet done any. So yeah. So join us as welcome Abdi Bari Mudathir. He has done several certificates, A plus, Security plus, and Network plus, all in the span of this year, less than a year. So actually, to be specific, like 5 months or so. And that is really unique, especially if someone is studying at the same time doing this. You know how your bachelor's degree is also not easy. So join me in welcoming Barry. With me, Deogracious Okelo, Josephine Olok, and Angela Nabanja. So Barry, welcome.
Thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to share my journey.
You're welcome. So what really intrigued you to get into cybersecurity?
So cybersecurity just didn't come out of the blue. And when I was a kid, I liked hacking and everything. So in 2021 is I think when my journey like to divert to cybersecurity started. So I finished my senior six, I think in April. Yeah, I finished in April 2021. Would suffered from the COVID year. So went back home. So I don't know, out of the blue. Okay, like I got my results came out and I was like, my parents told me, do you think you're good? Do you want to go back and repeat A level and blah blah blah? I was like, no, I cannot go back to repeat A level. Now, I had already liked just being with IT devices like mobile phones. You know those periods where you used to have like 3 button phones and then you put a paper down and whatever. Every button phone you collect it and be with it. So as someone who liked playing with phones and whatever. So when we finished, I told my parents, I'm going to do IT. So I started just out of the blue. I did some research and I went on YouTube. I started searching about IT. Actually, I wanted to be a network engineer. So I started searching about networking, and out of the blue, I found myself following the channels of this some YouTuber called Network Chunk. So I used to watch his short videos. Then I don't know how I was drawn to, like he started from welcome to my YouTube channel. This is your channel zero, your episode zero of the CCNA class. I'm like, now what is CCNA? So I kept following, and then that is how I ended up studying for CCNA. I was just studying out of the blue. Like I started following his short videos of hacking, blah blah blah. So in a short period of time, I went to Eastpart. Like I started checking out like with my points, I got like 8, 9 points. So I was like, Makerere can't give me, like I cannot go to Makerere, I cannot, there's no school that maybe can take me into that course of an IT course with those points. So I did research and then someone told me 2 schools. They told me Utamu and then Eastpart. So at first I went to Utamu. They said it was the best. So I went to Utamu to get an admission, but then I stopped like at the reception. I told them I need to join your school. So I told them first give me the course outline and then I see what I can join. So they sent me to the notice board to take a course outline from there. I was like, this school is not serious. I was like, this is not a serious school.
The school is still analog.
Yeah. I was like, no,
that was Utamu, was it?
Utamu. So I went, I don't think, okay, I'm passionate about the course. They had the course that I specifically wanted. I was like, but they're already telling me take the thing from the notice board. So let me first stop there and then search for other options. So they told me go to Eastpart. So from there, I joined Eastpart. I went and got an admission. I first met with a teacher. I was like, I want to be a forensic analyst, blah, blah, blah. So what do you think I can take? So the guy told me you do cybersecurity and networking. I was like, okay. So I enrolled. I enrolled in the school now to build a solid foundation. Yeah. So I started continuing with my CCNA course. I bought some courses on Udemy. So in that same year, I was already into my ISBAT. So yeah, I guess that is how I found myself in the cybersecurity field, like out of the blue. And then I started liking it from there.
Okay. So
Mm.
are you done with the university now?
No, currently I'm
Are
in
you
my
still
Mr. 6. I was supposed to finish with last year, but then in 2022, I wanted to transfer to Canada, so I missed the exams for second sem of the year one. So I missed the exams, wanted to transfer. I'd gone to do visa stuff in Nairobi. So I missed that same thinking I was gonna go. So again, I got a decline in visa. So I was like, let me just finish, then maybe I'll go after. So that is how I'm now in my last semester.
okay? That's interesting. So you so you began by doing A plus.
Mm.
What are the key skills that you learned during the preparations for A plus?
A plus is so actually it's one of the hardest certificates of the three because it's pivotal in my career. So the only challenge is it has two papers, the core one and the core two. So the first core one paper is studying the network devices, the printers, all the IT devices, the PDA, the cameras, everything. So that is why it is sad. So core one consists of those devices, troubleshooting them, maintenance, repair, like a computer from scratch, building, assembling a computer from scratch. So that is what I learned from the A1. So for you to get the A1 certificate, so you have to pass the core one and the core two. So the core two consists of operating systems, the domain controllers, the Windows servers, the software part of IT. So I started with doing the A plus, and it gave me a broad understanding of IT.
Thank you for that. And it really gave you a strong foundation. But I just wanted to know, had you said bye to your friends when you went to for that visa interview in Nairobi?
No, I didn't. I just did it out of the blue because I was just studying. So I didn't say bye. Actually, they didn't know I'm not coming to school. What is happening? So I would attend some lectures and not come. So I had lost gas in attending lectures. So I was just studying my certificate since they cut across.
No, it's okay. I just remember back in school when people would tell you, no, I'm not coming back to this school. And they'll be the
That
first ones the
abusing
next
teachers and
term.
whatever.
Mm. Well, that's okay. Visa deniers are really
Yeah.
daunting. But anyway, so you went on to do Network Plus and Security Plus. What were the similarities between the two papers?
So the two papers are both fundamental, but they complement each other. So the Network Plus focuses on the networking concepts, the protocols, the architecture, while the Security Plus focuses on emphasizes the securing of those networks, identifying the vulnerabilities, the threats, and the policies, how to form policies, and then it gives you it touches for you the IT, like let me say the cybersecurity roles like penetration testing, ethical hacking. So it gives you a bit of understanding about those. So they complement each other. So I advise someone who wants to do the security plus, it basically relies on the network plus. So you don't need
Yeah,
to.
because you can't secure what you don't know.
Exactly. So that is what, because at first I even didn't want to do A plus. I told my friend, how can I do A plus? It's so fundamental. They told me every job has troubleshooting. Where do you know
Mm.
troubleshooting? Troubleshooting comes from the what? The A plus. So I had to go
Mm.
in and do that first.
Yes, and as a system admin, I'll tell you, you're always there Googling what to what. Yes, yeah, you have to troubleshoot.
Yeah, so I had to go on and but they complement each other, and then I advise someone to get them. But the good thing with CompTIA, each time you add another certificate on top of the previous one, they give you an extra one. So when I did the A plus and the network plus, so they gave me IT operations specialist certificate. So it comes with that. So when you have the skill of the A plus and the network plus, you get an extra certificate, which maybe boosts your position or something like that. And then when you add on the security plus, you get IT secure infrastructure specialist. So you also get that when you do the network plus and the security plus.
That is a mouthful. Now, so when it comes to question dumps, because there are definitely many, so do you find them helpful when it comes to preparation for the certificates?
Yeah, the question dumps help to some extent because they provide a sense of what you expect in the exams. So the format used, the concepts, and then some in-depth study materials is what I focused on, the study materials, the lab practices, and maybe the hands-on experience. Like because I had to go to Dell and borrow a laptop to open it and use it to study disassemble. I think he remembers. So I had to go and disassemble and assemble by myself. So the dumps helped to some extent, but then my focus was truly on understanding the concepts and then rather than memorizing the answers from the dumps. And this approach helped me grab practical applications and then for the knowledge I gained. So it was helpful. I won't say they weren't helpful, but they give you how the overview of how the exam is gonna be, and some of the questions actually come because a RAM is gonna remain a RAM in all the dams, and they won't change it in the exam. So some questions cut across, yes.
Okay, thanks for that. And you have a lot of certificates now, I think, for someone who's starting out. Do you have a fear that what you have will not be enough for a job search in a job search?
No, I don't believe, but I think, okay, they're a great way to validate knowledge, but they're just a piece of a puzzle. Like you need to collect things together. So employers value adaptive, they normally value the experience and then problem solving skills and whatever, but the certificates do help put you somewhere because almost all the applications, like the vacancies I've applied, at least have been called. Like they put me somewhere. I've been called for the interviews. Maybe then there's something happens within the interviews, and then yeah, but they do help.
And are you driven by the interest in those areas, or is it just that you want the certificates? What is driving you to get those certificates?
For me to do the certificates, I chose the path that I want. So for me to become maybe a penetration tester or an ethical hacker, so I have to first know what I'm going to hack. So I had to first do the A plus, which helps me understand what a computer is. Then the network plus to help me understand how they connect with each other, like how computers communicate, how communication happens. Then the security plus, like to help me secure those devices, the networks, and the whatever. So it drives me towards the path. So you have to choose like where you want, and then you can do the certificates to that path.
Okay. Do you mind me asking how you afford all these certificates?
What I did is I had to tell my parents, like I told them this is in the tuition. So I made sure, like how I drew my plan, I was like, they know the ISBA tuition, I think it's around $950, something like that. So I told them, every sem is this, but then I have to do a certificate for me to get a job easily. So that's what I told them. So I told them I'm gonna get myself together and make sure I divide, a sem has 4 months. So I'll tell them every sem I'm going to fight and study. The first 2 months I'm going to focus on what? On my
For
certificates,
what?
like get a
Okay.
certificate and study in 4 months. So it was a hectic period. So I had to read for 7 hours a day. That's like, I don't know how many pages, like 50, 60 pages. So you make sure you understand like 65% because you're not going to understand everything. So I had to divide my time very well. So I'll make sure by the first 2 months I'm done with the certificate. Then the last 2 months I focus on the academics because the bachelor is important as well. But they were the ones paying for the certificates.
It's quite an investment, but you're doing well. You're doing well. Which career plan are you looking towards?
I'm focusing in advancing my career specifically to cybersecurity, but then between a network pen tester and then a security analyst. But for me to become a penetration tester, I must first become an analyst to get used to the vulnerabilities, the hacks, like everything. So I have to first, my goal now is to first get a job which is going to make me a security analyst to get used to the vulnerabilities, to the tools and everything, so that then I can easily divert to what penetration testing, since you've networked, and so that your friend can call you, come and help me do a pen test, something like that. So you need to first get to know people, and then you can divert, because a pen test is like a lawyer, like you're called on contract, something like that. So you need to first know like something broad and network, and then put yourself in that position. So I want to first become a cybersecurity analyst. A lot of talking.
Yeah. So yeah, you have even already practiced to be a lawyer, since you're even doing a lot of talking.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So what's next on your menu for certificates?
Certificate, I was planning to do maybe CH or OACP, but in this short period, I found out that CompTIA is giving out
Could
line.
you explain to us what the two are, CH and OSCP?
CH is a certified ethical hacker, specifically maybe for ethical hacking, pen testing, those things. And then OSCP is open security, blah blah, professional. But then, I found out that CompTIA has reduced Linux Plus to allow at a discount. It's at 50%, so at $50. So I was thinking about doing it, since it's at a discount right now. I should first do it, and then maybe I can now go and sit for CEH. But so I want to first do but my plan is to do CH, but then I want to first do Linux Plus, since it's on a discount and it's affordable. So I was thinking about it, because more systems and Linux systems are now coming up, and everyone is diverting into them.
So you don't miss the sale.
Yeah, so you just have to. I almost even did CASP last year, but it was during the exam period. I couldn't. I couldn't risk. I was gonna risk the degree.
Oh dear. Anyway, so as a student, have you been looking for internship positions, or if you have, has it been easy?
Yeah, it has been easy for me on my side. I've applied. I've not used connections. Yes, I've applied like normally. I got called up at NITA just like last week for management training, but then they had there was an issue with the interview schedule and something of a sort. But then I also got called up at office of the Auditor General, but then I didn't go because I wasn't. I had someone who had told me that they're gonna make me do some other things. So, but I did from Ministry of Finance, internship at Ministry of Finance. I did a 2-month internship at the Ministry of Finance. But yeah, it's not hard, honestly, to look for the interview. But maybe that jobs are what I would say are hard. So I was like, if I'm finding it hard, but most of the time, I'm not getting that job because of I've not yet submitted a degree, because most of the jobs are degrees that minimum requirement. So yeah, I believe that is what is delaying me on getting a job at the moment. But for internship, yeah, they are open. I've been able to get I have been able to get some.
But also you should not follow what people are saying. There's credit in merit. How do you know that person is telling you don't go, they're going to make you do other things, and then for them they go for that interview? Go see what's there, it doesn't hurt, then you go back home. Don't listen to people. Go and do all those interviews. Yeah, you have the papers, you have the experience, get more experience. Don't let people not derail you. So do you have any parting shots?
Yeah, just a little bit. Although I'm not good at Nani, but so cybersecurity field demands passion, and then commitment, and some continuous learning. So my advice is to aspiring professionals to focus on building their skills, and then stay curious, embrace challenges, opportunities for growth. And then I'm excited to see the journey, where the journey takes me, and I'm committed to making a positive impact in the industry.
And you will. We have great faith in you.
Thank you so much.
For sure, you've demonstrated a great level of commitment and resilience, especially in pursuing all the certifications.
Yeah,
So I think it's just amazing what you've done, and I think you definitely will do well. I know we know you will.
Oh, okay. Thank you so much.
Yeah. So he's one of the people who are very principled in their behavior and also their work. And that shows in what he has been able to achieve in this short period of time. So there's no telling what his ceiling is, because the sky has already been reached. So
Yeah.
yeah. So thank you, Barry. Thank you, team. Any parting shots from Angela, Josephine?
No, mine is just to thank Barry for taking the time to come onto the podcast. It's been good to have you on. Normally we have people who are working experience, but I think you are really going to inspire a lot of our listeners with your attitude towards development and getting your certifications and all that. So thank you very much for taking the time to come and speak to us.
I highly appreciate. Thank you.
So my parting shots are for people who can't afford the certificates right now. They can sign up for Try Hack Me. There are so many free challenges coming up. I saw there's an Advent challenge on Try Hack Me.
Advent for cyber.
Yes.
Christmas period.
Yeah. So it starts December 1st. So you can sign up for that as we save up money for the certificates.
The certificates actually go on discounts. You can keep the discounts with where they are
looking out for sales. Yes.
Yeah. But they do help a lot, honestly. Yeah. At least I get called up in every application I make. Thank you so much also for
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Barry, for coming.
See you all in the next episode, which is the 50th. So guys, watch out. We'll have something special for the 50th episode. Other than that, see you all in the next episode.